Hey Mia, have you ever felt your heart race when someone asks, "Tell me about yourself," and your mind just goes blank?
Oh, absolutely. I remember that happening in school and even later in college or my first job. Suddenly, all the words just disappear. You end up feeling so awkward and insecure.
Exactly. You just wish you could speak like a confident native speaker, right?
Totally. And you know what? You're not alone. A lot of adults, even in their 20s or 30s, feel the same fear when introducing themselves in English. They worry about making mistakes, sounding silly, or being judged.
Yeah, I've been there too. But what if I told you that speaking confidently in English can actually be easy, natural, and even fun?
Wait, really? Even without memorizing long sentences or overthinking what to say?
Exactly. That's the thing. You can start with just a few simple steps that anyone can follow. No stress, no panic.
Wow, that sounds amazing. So, what's the plan?
Well, in today's session, we're going to unlock the secrets of easy English self-introduction for beginners. You'll see how to speak naturally in any situation, whether it's a formal interview, meeting new friends, or just casual conversation.
That's perfect. I always get nervous in interviews and even small gatherings sometimes.
By the end of this, you'll know practical tricks to make your introduction smooth, confident, and totally unforgettable. We'll go step by step with real-life stories and examples.
Oh, I love examples. Makes it so much easier to follow.
And to make it even better, we've got a mini quiz at the end to challenge yourself, so you can finally stop feeling nervous and start speaking like a pro.
I can't wait. Let's do this.
So, Mia, you know the easiest and most natural way to start your self-introduction?
Tell me.
Just by saying your name and where you're from. Seriously, this small step alone can make a huge difference in how confident you feel.
Oh, I never realized it could be that simple.
Yeah, think about it. When you meet someone new, the first thing they want to know is who you are and where you belong. If you start clearly and simply, you immediately set a friendly tone.
Makes sense. So, like, just saying, "Hi, I'm Mia, and I'm from."
Exactly. Imagine walking into a classroom full of strangers, stomach full of butterflies, and you just say, "Hi, my name is Sarah, and I'm from Toronto."
That's it? Just short and simple?
Yep, short, simple, natural. And just like that, people feel like they know you a little, and your nervousness starts to fade.
Wow, so no need for fancy sentences like, "I hail from the city of Toronto where I was born and raised," right?
Exactly. Overthinking only makes you stumble. Honestly, most adults do this because they remember their teenage insecurities, saying the wrong thing, worrying too much.
Haha, guilty. So, what's the trick to do it smoothly?
Say your name clearly, with a smile, and follow it immediately with your city or country. This combo is universal, works everywhere, and even native speakers do it.
Nice. And what if I ever freeze?
Here's the secret. Just repeat your name and country calmly. Boom, you've recovered without embarrassment.
That's so reassuring. I always panic when I freeze.
Trust me, by mastering this first step, you're already halfway to a confident introduction. Practice it in casual situations, meeting a new coworker or joining a study group, and you'll notice your voice steadier, your smile more natural, and your fear slowly disappearing.
I love that. It feels manageable, not scary at all.
All right, Mia, so after you introduce your name and where you're from, the next natural step is to share a little about yourself, like your age, your job, or studies.
Oh, okay. But do you mean like everything about me?
Not at all. Here's the trick. Only share what feels comfortable and relevant to the situation. Overloading people with information can make you nervous or sound unnatural. Most adults still worry about this, even years after school.
Yeah, I've definitely done that before. Too much info too fast.
Exactly. So imagine meeting your team for the first time at a new job. You could say, "I'm Alex from Melbourne, and I work as a graphic designer."
Short and sweet. I like that.
Right. Compare that to overthinking and adding too many details, like your entire career history or every achievement. That just makes your introduction feel stiff.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear my whole resume in one sentence.
Exactly. Or think about meeting a new classmate in an adult learning course. You could casually say, I'm Mia, 26, and I'm studying art.
Oh, I like that. Just enough to give a clear picture and start a conversation.
That's the key, simplicity and relevance. Notice how these sentences are short, clear, and friendly. That's exactly what native speakers do in real life.
Makes sense. It's much less scary than trying to impress everyone with a long speech.
Right. You're just letting them know the basics. And here's a practical tip. Practice aloud in front of a mirror or with a friend. See how your sentences feel, tweak them slightly, and soon sharing your age or profession becomes second nature.
Oh, wow. So even in formal interviews or casual meetups, it'll just feel natural.
Absolutely. And here's a little secret. If you frame it naturally, people will start asking more about your job or studies. Suddenly, a small introduction turns into a real conversation without stress, just like a confident native speaker.
That's brilliant. I love how simple it makes everything feel.
All right, Mia, now that you've shared the basics, your name, where you're from, and a little about your work or studies, the next step is to add a personal touch.
Personal touch? You mean like hobbies or interests?
Exactly. This is what makes people remember you and creates a connection beyond just the facts.
I get nervous here sometimes. I worry my hobbies might seem boring or silly.
Oh, that's totally normal. That's exactly the kind of insecurity that holds many adults back from speaking confidently.
So, how do I do it without feeling awkward?
Imagine meeting a new group of colleagues or classmates and you say, I love painting and reading adventure books.
Just like that?
Yep. Instead of stopping at your job or age, you're giving people a glimpse of your personality. That's what makes conversations flow naturally.
Oh, I see. And at a casual event.
Picture yourself nervously introducing yourself to someone new, and you casually add, I enjoy hiking on weekends. Just that little detail opens doors for shared interests, laughter, or even stories. People love connecting over hobbies.
That actually sounds fun.
Here's a practical tip. Pick one or two hobbies that are easy to explain in one sentence. Practice describing them in simple words. Even if you're shy, you can say, I like baking cakes, instead of overcomplicating it.
Makes sense. Keep it simple.
Let me tell you a small story. I once met someone at a workshop who said, I love photography, and instantly the other person responded, Oh, me too.
Really? That's simple?
Totally. What started as a brief self-introduction turned into a 10-minute conversation about cameras and favorite spots to shoot photos.
Wow. So hobbies actually invite people into a conversation?
Exactly. That's the magic. It's not just talking about yourself, it's creating a connection. And that's how confident English speakers naturally connect without stress or judgment.
I love that. It feels so much more human and friendly.
Okay, Mia. So once you've shared your hobbies, the next step to make your introduction memorable and friendly is to talk about your likes or favorite things.
Like my favorite food or color?
Exactly. It could be your favorite food, color, animal, or even a sport. This adds emotion and personality to your introduction.
I sometimes worry I'll say something wrong or silly.
Oh, I get it. Many adults feel that way. It usually comes from teenage insecurities that never really go away. But here's the good news. There are no wrong answers when you talk about what you genuinely enjoy.
That's reassuring.
Picture this. You're meeting new classmates or colleagues at a casual work event, and you say, I really love pizza and the color blue.
Short and simple, right?
Exactly. It's short, simple, and already gives people a small window into who you are.
And at a friendly meetup?
You could casually mention, I enjoy dogs and outdoor walks. And someone might immediately say, Oh, me too.
Oh, wow. That creates an instant connection without overthinking.
Exactly. Here's a practical tip. Keep your sentences 1 or 2 lines max and speak slowly so your words sound natural, like a native speaker, without rushing or adding unnecessary details.
Got it. Keep it short and simple.
You can even turn it into a mini story. For example, my favorite food is chocolate cake because I bake it every Sunday. Suddenly, your introduction feels warm, personal, and easy to remember.
Oh, I like that. Makes it feel more human, not like a list of facts.
Exactly. These small details aren't just filler. They make your introduction friendly, relatable, and engaging.
And I guess the more I do this, the more confident I get?
Absolutely. Every time you speak about something you enjoy, you naturally smile, relax, and sound more fluent. That's the power of sharing your likes in your introduction.
Wow, that actually makes speaking in English feel fun, not scary.
Okay, Mia. After sharing your likes, there's a subtle but powerful step to make your introduction more real. Mention something you don't like or find challenging.
Wait, isn't that kind of negative?
I know what you're thinking. Many adults hesitate here because they fear sounding negative or awkward. It comes from those old insecurities of saying the wrong thing in teenage or early adult life.
Yeah, I've definitely felt that.
But here's the secret. When done carefully, this step actually builds relatability and confidence. Everyone has dislikes, and admitting them simply makes you human and approachable.
Oh, I see. So it's about being honest, not complaining.
Exactly. Imagine saying, I don't really like waking up very early in a casual meetup or online class introduction.
And someone might say,
Oh, me neither. Just like that, you've connected over a shared feeling. No judgment involved.
that's so simple.
Or picture a friendly networking event and you add, I'm not a big fan of spicy food. Suddenly, a conversation about favorite restaurants or recipes starts naturally.
Oh, I love that. Makes it feel like a real conversation, not a speech.
Exactly. Here's a practical tip. Keep it short, light, and simple. One sentence is enough to give a glimpse of your personality without sounding negative.
Can it be a little funny too?
Absolutely. You can combine it with a smile or light humor, like, I love coffee, but mornings without it are tough.
That's perfect.
Just like that, your introduction feels natural, confident, and memorable. By including a small dislike, you make your audience feel closer to you and train yourself to speak honestly and fluently.
Wow, turning a tiny moment of vulnerability into a connection, that's clever.
Exactly. That's how confident native speakers communicate, without overthinking and without stress. Okay, Mia, now that you've learned each step separately, your name, where you're from, age or work or studies, hobbies, likes, and even a small dislike, it's time to combine them into a smooth, short self-introduction.
Oh, wow. All together? That sounds intimidating.
I get it. Most adults feel nervous here because they worry about stumbling or saying too much. But the secret isn't perfection. It's flow, simplicity, and confidence.
Flow, simplicity, and confidence. Got it.
Imagine walking into a new class, meeting a colleague, or joining a social event. You could confidently say, Hi, my name is Alex. I'm from Melbourne. I work as a graphic designer. I love painting and hiking on weekends. My favorite food is pizza, and I'm not a morning person.
Oh, that's actually short and relatable.
Exactly. It includes all the essentials, gives people a sense of who you are, and even invites conversation. And the best part? It takes less than 30 seconds to say.
Wow, so it's not about impressing anyone, just giving a clear picture.
Exactly. Here's a practical tip. Practice this full introduction aloud several times. Focus on clear pronunciation and natural pauses. Repetition builds automatic confidence.
Oh, so after a few tries, it comes out naturally like a native speaker.
Exactly. You can even add small personal stories for extra warmth, like, I love painting because it relaxes me after work, or I enjoy hiking because it helps me clear my mind.
Those tiny details make it memorable without feeling forced.
Right. The key is short, clear, confident, and relatable. Once you've practiced this combination, you'll notice a huge shift. Meeting new people feels easier, your anxiety drops, and you naturally sound fluent, friendly, and in control.
Wow, that's exactly what I've been trying to achieve. Feeling confident and natural, not robotic.
Exactly. And that's the ultimate goal of any self-introduction in English. Okay, Mia, now that you know how to structure your self-introduction, the real key to speaking confidently is practice in real-life situations.
Yeah, that makes sense, but honestly, I still feel nervous speaking out loud sometimes.
Totally normal. Even the best sentences on paper won't feel natural unless you actually speak them aloud regularly. Many adults hesitate here, thinking they'll sound silly or be judged, just like in school.
Ah, I've definitely felt that.
But here's the exciting part. Every small step builds real confidence, and anyone can do it.
Okay, so what's the first step?
Start with mirror practice. Stand in front of a mirror and introduce yourself exactly as you would to someone new. Notice your posture, your smile, your tone, and repeat it a few times.
Oh, so my brain and voice start getting used to it naturally.
Exactly. Then take it a step further. Practice with a friend or family member and ask for feedback. They can tell you which parts feel smooth and which need small tweaks.
Nice. And can I record myself too?
Definitely. Many learners are surprised to hear they sound more confident than they thought. Repetition helps eliminate that fear of mistakes that's been haunting you since teenage or early adult years.
That's encouraging.
Another practical tip, practice in micro moments. Introduce yourself to the cashier, a new neighbor, or even a fellow traveler. Short, casual introductions in everyday life add up. Your brain starts associating self-introductions with comfort rather than fear.
Oh, that's clever. Little steps everywhere.
Exactly. The secret is consistency. Just a few minutes every day, even 3 to 5 sentences, can transform nervous stuttering into smooth, natural, confident English speech.
Wow, so eventually introducing myself might even feel enjoyable.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what separates someone who hesitates from someone who speaks like a confident native speaker.
I love that. It really makes it feel achievable, not scary.
Okay, Mia, once you're comfortable with your self-introduction, the next level is knowing how to adjust it for formal and informal situations.
Oh, that's tricky. I always worry I'll sound too casual in a job interview or too stiff at a party.
Totally. Adults often overthink this and freeze, but here's the simple secret. The structure stays the same. You just tweak the words and tone.
Okay, can you give me an example?
Sure. In a formal setting, like a job interview or professional workshop, you might say, "Hello, my name is Emma. I'm from Vancouver, and I work as a marketing analyst. I enjoy reading and exploring nature during weekends."
I see. Clear, polite, and professional.
Exactly. Now, in an informal setting, like meeting classmates or a social group, you could say, "Hey, I'm Emma from Vancouver. I love reading and hiking. It's my weekend vibe."
Ah, I love that. Same meaning, but much more casual and friendly.
That's it. The tone, rhythm, and casual words make it feel relatable without changing the essence.
So the key is just practicing both versions aloud.
Exactly. Your brain automatically switches based on the situation without stress. And don't worry if you make small adjustments mid-sentence. That's natural, even for native speakers.
Oh, that's comforting.
Another trick is to add small conversation hooks, like hobbies or favorite things. These spark follow-up questions and keep the interaction flowing, whether formal or informal.
I love that idea. Makes it feel like a real conversation, not a speech.
Exactly. By learning this flexibility, you're no longer trapped by fear of saying the wrong thing. You can adapt instantly, sound confident in any environment, and make a strong, lasting impression.
Wow, that really feels like what fluent English speakers do naturally.
That's exactly it. And that's the goal of mastering flexible introductions. Okay, Mia, even with all the steps practiced, many adults still make common mistakes in self-introductions.
Oh, like what kind of mistakes?
Small errors that sabotage confidence, like overloading information, speaking too fast, or pausing awkwardly. Even a simple, "Hi, I'm Alex," can feel stressful. This is exactly the insecurity most people carry from their teenage years into adulthood.
Oh, wow. I've definitely done that.
For example, learners often start and immediately rattle off their entire life story. Hi, I'm Alex. I'm 28. I was born in Toronto. I studied business management. I worked at 3 companies. I love basketball. I like pizza. And my dog, Max.
That's way too much.
Exactly. Not only is it hard for you to say, but it's exhausting for the listener.
Oh, yes. I felt that awkward pause when I'm overthinking.
That's another common mistake. Pausing too long because you worry about pronunciation. It makes introductions feel hesitant and awkward.
Got it. So slow and steady, not overthinking.
Exactly. Another trap is using complicated words to sound smart, like saying, I derive pleasure from culinary experiments, instead of simply saying, I love cooking.
Yeah, simple words are so much more relatable.
Right. The practical tip is to keep it short, simple, and structured. Name, where you're from, work or study, hobby or likes, and small personal detail or dislike optional.
And practice aloud, I assume.
Absolutely. Time yourself, record your introduction, and spot any mistakes quickly.
Makes sense. So confidence isn't about perfection.
Exactly. Confidence comes from clarity, friendliness, and practice. Once you avoid these common traps, your introduction will feel natural, smooth, and like something a native speaker would say, without stress or overthinking.
Wow, that really ties everything together. I feel like I can actually do this now.
That's the goal. You've got this. All right, Mia. Finally, it's time to test your skills and make your practice fun with a mini quiz.
A quiz? Oh no. I hope it's not too hard.
Don't worry, it's just 1 to 2 slightly tricky expressions that beginners often get wrong in self-introductions. This is actually great for learning because when you feel a little nervous, your brain remembers better once you practice correctly.
Oh, that's clever.
Here's your first challenge. Try introducing yourself using I'm originally from instead of just I'm from.
Okay, like, hi, I'm Sarah. I'm originally from Toronto, and I work as a teacher. I love hiking and cats.
Perfect! See how it adds a natural, native-like touch?
Oh, wow, it does sound smoother.
Here's another challenge. Use I enjoy ing to talk about hobbies instead of just saying I like.
So, like, I enjoy reading adventure stories and painting.
Exactly. Say both sentences aloud and feel how they sound more confident and fluent than simpler phrases.
Oh, I can feel the difference already.
You can even record yourself and compare it to your previous practice. It's a fun way to track improvement and boost confidence.
I'd like that. Makes it feel like a game, not a test.
Exactly. Challenges like these aren't tests you can fail. They're practical steps to level up your spoken English. Once you get comfortable with them, your self-introductions will feel effortless, friendly, and memorable, whether in formal or informal settings.
That's awesome. I can't wait to try these in real life.
And that's exactly the goal. Small tweaks, big results.